Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode. My name's Kosh, welcome to Kosh Trading. Before I start, a quick disclaimer. So the analysis today isn't a recommendation to buy, hold or sell any securities or stocks. And some of the stocks and securities that I analyze may hold a position in myself. Now we're done with that, let's get into Plug. Plug is a real good one that I'm just excited about really. I've held the position from its early days and we're going up to a new leg. Why I think Plug is so good right now, it's in a leading sector, technology. Year to date it's the best sector year to date, and you really want to be trading in the sectors that have the most momentum, really sailing in the direction of the wind. Since COVID, obviously energy's been doing really well, but second to only energy and top after the rest of them. And industry wise, again, really good within the sector of technology. It's within the top 5 or 6 industries within that. Obviously solar has been doing amazing, but 50, 55, 59, 71, you'll find it hard to get better sectors than that. And obviously within the industry itself, these are some of the best stocks within that as well, and Plug happens to be one of the best ones there too. Right, let's get back into the analysis. As always, we'll start off with the weeklies, get an understanding of what's happened to the stock long term, and then we'll dive in straight to the dailies and see if there is a good place to enter so that we can manage our risk and rewards. Before I do start, if you haven't already and you enjoyed the video, please remember to like the video. It helps the video really grow in YouTube's algorithms and helps the channel grow as well. And if you do like the video and you like the way I analyze things, just give us a subscribe, and hopefully the channel will grow as well. Let's get into the weeklies. Start off with, as usual, what's happened during IPO date. Must have done some drawings beforehand actually. So it IPO'd back here in October 1999, some time ago, during this dot-com bubble as they call it. So yeah, done really good numbers from IPO day. It was went up 900, almost 1,000%. Wow, amazing. But then it had its obviously that crash that happened in the 2000s and brought it back to kind of reality. I don't know why these are here really. The main points that we want to know is obviously the all-time high is here at 1565. Bear in mind the stock may have had reverse or stock splits throughout its time, so take these with a pinch of salt, but these IPO dates are really quite important because we see the most influence around that IPO date, which is 160. I mean, we're at 63 at the moment. We're quite some length away, but it's not hard for stocks to reach, especially stocks like this, to reach that fairly quickly. From here to here, 138%. I expect it to do more than that. But really, where we're at the moment is around this sort of area, where we're going to see the most kind of resistance. I don't want to put a price to it. If we had to, the biggest resistance around here is about 82. But because let's dig into this one. Because there's so many ups and downs around here, it's tried to, back in 2005, it's tried to consolidate and break past this, but obviously, it didn't. So I would probably look to put a box and an area where it failed, so around there, and then we'll drag that box all the way to where we're at now and see how this resistance affecting the current price at the moment. Here we go. Right, so going back to last year, 2020, about July, we can see that there was a slow increase, and then these two dates here were the real, momentum ones where it went down here and then boom, it just literally wouldn't stop rising. I think this date here was great because we had loads of 100, 200, 250, you got 4, 5. Yeah, we had millions of pounds of dollars, sorry, plowed into this, which signals institutions are really interested in this stock as well. So we can see that the resistance is up here, and we'll be cognizant of that over the next couple of weeks. Let's get into the dailies, which is the more exciting part. Where are we? So as it started to accumulate down here in August and June, we could see the first real indications of institutions piling in is around this June mark where it smashed the volume mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this area here, this area here, this area here. We can see that big hands, big institutions have been really interested in this stock. After about 140% did it rise in about 1 week. In about 8 days it went up 143%. What we wanted to know is the $1 million question was really, once it reached 143%, did investors take their money or their profits and run, or do they think that there's still more potential and in this stock really? And this, if you call it a flag, you've got a pole here and a flag here. This level of sort of consolidation tells me that investors see value in this stock, and they see that they're not selling out. We can see that we naturally could have expected some sort of resistance up here from previous times, but we can see that there is a bit of a boundary forming here. My eyes are seeing a triangle forming here also, there, and triangle forming here. Maybe might have to dig a little bit further into the 4 hourly or hourly thing. No, that's pretty good. You can see resistance up here, and support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lots of support down here and a few resistance up here. So this sort of triangle, now I want to know is what decision will it make. This is a nice sort of demand stick here where it's dropped below but quickly back up again, and it's kind of just at this support point. So next week, what I'm looking for really is, what does it want to do? It's going to bounce around this mark, but is it going to break out of this triangle, or is it going to break down from this triangle? So there's two plays on this. You can see my arrows here already. I'll go back to the dailies actually, and give you a better understanding of how I'm looking to play this one. If it does break out of this triangle on the upside, I might look to be a little bit aggressive on this and buy at this support here. As I've already got a bit of a position in this already, a 6% window wouldn't be bad, and you've got about 9% down here. However, I've already got a cushion on this, so I can afford to be a little bit more aggressive. But down here is a level of support where I've got my arrow. If it did hit around this sort of mark here, which is the 58 where I've got my arrow, I'll definitely be in with a good size as well. However, if it doesn't come back to this sort of region here, I'll probably look if I bought here, depending on what the market says, and it's broken out of this, and it's done some action up here, I'll probably look for a confirmation up here with high volume, and look to take another position up there as well. So either way, this is a good stock in my opinion. If you kind of YouTube plug, you will see a lot of people with fundamental analysis on this, and they've done the number crunching, etc. I mean, I'm not really into number crunching. I kind of just use technical analysis to make my decisions for me. What I have been looking at is volume slowly tapering down here, and hopefully on breakout day, as you can see, I've got another arrow here. I want to see on breakout day that the volume has one of these bar. It breaks above the 30-day average here. What I'm also noticing here, as you can see down here from my RSI indicator, is that every time it hits between 50 to 60, it has a massive, let me push this one up so you can get a better understanding. Volume is quite important. I think volume is more important than the RSI, but the RSI helps you understand what's happened when it's gone to the 50s before. So this dropped just below the 50s before bouncing back up again here. As it's dropped to 60s here, bounced back up, but the 50s is where it's really had its power moves, like 1, 2, and now it's back at that 50 again, and I believe in conjunction with the 21 EMA. I mean, I don't use the EMAs too much, but a lot of computer algorithms have it really plunged, and when it hits the 21 EMA, these computer algorithms really buy into it. So we can see what it's done. There's so many confluences together. So let's go back down to here, 45, and it's touched the EMA, it's jumped, touched the EMA here, and it's around 50, it's jumped, touched the EMA here, it's around sort of 60 here, and it's really jumped. Now with this consolidation, it's allowed the EMA to catch up. So now what it's touched here, it might touch and jump back up again. Maybe it generally does, as the history tells you, but it might just jump below it and also jump again. So you can see there's so many. You've got the RSI here, you need volume obviously. Without volume there isn't much. Let's see what's happened with volume previously. So here we go, that's a good bar to buy in at. You can see a good volume there. Here we go, these bars were good, volume. So yeah, no, if this is a stock that you're looking at, I would definitely recommend that you look at the volume before you do buy. Have your risk to reward strategy planned out, and really I think this has got a high side potential. Obviously at 100 you've got quite a bit of resistance from your IPO, but nothing stops this from reaching that very quickly. 60-70% in the next couple of weeks is not kind of out there. What I would probably expect is it to follow this line going up and let the moving averages catch up with you. The last thing that you want to probably know is that on the weekly times, you've got the 9 EMA, which it's got support at. So if you're looking for a buy-in really, you might want to, for a longer term play, wait for it to consolidate a little bit more, and let the 9 EMA catch up. And once it's touched the 9 EMA, like this period here, and obviously it's found support throughout these 9 EMA. So you might want to, we never know what the chart's going to do. We can only just speculate, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if it continued to consolidate and then the 9 EMA caught up with it, and then it went for its next leg. And that's my analysis. If you do have any questions, please do let me know. Send us a comment. I tend to reply back quite quickly as well, if there's any questions. But yeah, please leave us a like. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe as well. The likes really help with YouTube algorithms and increase its popularity. When if someone searches plug stock, it will actually bring it up to the top of the search criteria. So I'd appreciate if you do that, and enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you.